Hi fellow viewers to everybody, good afternoon. My name is Steve. My full name is Steve Ho Ong. I'm the owner of this video account in this respective website, youtube.com. By the way, my next necrological video is found in African continent. The country that I'm referring to is in Uganda. The topic that I will discuss is about the third president of Uganda who was exiled in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. I'm referring to Idi Amin. Idi Amin is known as the butcher of Uganda. Yes, you heard it right, my fellow viewers. He is known as the butcher of Uganda. By the way, he was born on May 30, 1928 in Kampala, that is in northern Uganda. Anyway, right now at the present times, Kampala is the capital nation in Uganda. It's found in the African continents. He died on August 16, 2003 at the age of 75 in King Faisal Specialist Hospital and Research Center in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia at age 75. During his exile for more than 20 years from 1979 to 2003. So if I'm not mistaken, 24 years in exile. He is just eating orange. So that is the why he is also another nickname. He was called Dr.Jaffa, Jaffa. Okay, the cause of his death is kidney failure. The burial place was in Ruwais Cemetery, that's in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. By the way, his religion is Muslim because he was born by the Muslim parents in the Kakwa tribe. Okay, his full name is Idi Amin Dada Umi. Umi spells Oumee. Okay, he's the third president of Uganda. That is after the second president. If I'm not mistaken, let me check. Apollo Milton Obote. That's the second president. By the way, to give you a little background, Apollo Milton Obote, or known as Milton Obote, is the Prime Minister of Uganda from 1962 to 1966, and he's the second president of Uganda from 1966 to 1971 until he was ousted or exiled by his promoted general. No wonder this one, Idi Amin, because of him. He's the one who caused on exile. So that's the reason why he reached in Kenya until his death in Johannesburg in South Africa. But the good news is he was buried in his hometown in Uganda, outside Kampala. Okay, so that's the complicated story about this Milton Obote. Okay, but the most priority is Idi Amin. A lot of you are asking is why is he called Butcher of Uganda? Because he killed at least 500,000 Ugandans. It's not 100,000 Ugandans, not 300,000 Ugandans. It's 500,000 Ugandans. And to those who are against him, he killed. And the rumors that you heard is, yes, it's true, he is a cannibal. He's eating humans, but it was not televised. Of course, he will be monitored by the international observers. So it's not, for me, it's not a human for what he's doing. Other nicknames that you heard from the African history is he's known as Big Daddy, Kijambiya, or the machete, because there was a manslaughter happening in his own home country. The one I mentioned, Butcher of Uganda, and he is known also as the Butcher of Africa. He is the Butcher of Kampala. He is known as the Black Hitler. He admired Adolf Hitler. By the way, Adolf Hitler is the one who is the European dictator that he liked to invade Europe. Unfortunately, he failed. He's the founder of Nazi, but he did not succeed. He failed. And he is known as Dada, 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 and the last one, the one I mentioned, Dr.Jaffa. When he was exiled in Jeddah, because of his friend in Saudi Arabia, King Faisal. By the way, King Faisal is the king that time when he was exiled. By the way, before he was exiled in Saudi Arabia, the one you heard the news is, yes, it's true. They know each other, the Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi. They know each other. Uh, Hold on for a second, I will be back. Please wait for a while. Bakit? Mga quarter? Quarter. Please bear with my time. It's my father because he was a diabetic. Okay, so that's it. He was also known as the during his 8 year of dictatorship, ruthless dictatorship, he forced about 50,000 Asians to leave Ugandan, or known as Asian Ugandans. I'm referring to Indians and Pakistanis. Actually, they plant some, I think, herbal plants in Uganda. Then, so all the Asians who live there, they just get their passports and leave the country in Uganda. So they migrate to another countries. So what happened was the Ugandan became independent, so purely Ugandan citizen, but the economy was collapsed because without the Indians and Pakistans, they cannot succeed. So it was a big problem. Then he declared himself as a professor of geography, the king of Africa. So when it comes to my mind, he's insane. He's crazy. That's what I found out. Then he is an army officer in which he came to power after leading the army in overthrowing Ugandan civilian government. That is what I found out. Okay. By the way, what else would I like to say? The most important part is about myself. Um, Before I say goodbye, and that concludes the life story of Idi Amin, a man whose name remains one of the most controversial in African history, because he is known as the last king of Scotland, which is very controversial. The Victoria Cross, very controversial. Before I say goodbye, this is Steve Ho Ong, the world's famous necrologist, reminding everyone to support this my video, the channel. Then please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for in-depth necrological documentaries. I would like to inform ahead, thank you so much for listening in this necrological video. Good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. So I'm referring to all 7 continents. The rise to power, actually he was promoted because of the British training in Britain. He became a general. So that's the one. There is a coup d'etat in 1971 against Milton Obote. Then there was a rule of fear. There was a human rights abuses in Uganda. Then there was the one I mentioned, expulsion of Asians. That was 1972. Then there was an economic collapse. Then the number of people died are 500,000 Ugandans. That includes ethnic. That's it. So, by the way, a lot of you are asking, why did he die on July 19, 2003? It was confirmed by his 4th wife, Nalongo Madina, that he was in coma before he had kidney failure. Then she pleaded with Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni that he need to come back from Saudi to Ugandan, but Museveni said he will come back but to answer all the allegations, but they did not. So their decision was to bury it in Jeddah because of his religion, Muslim. Oh, a lot of you are asking, is it true that the Uganda was converted into a Muslim country? Actually, almost, but it was a failure also. He did not succeed. So it's a big issue for this. Okay. By the way, to all viewers, don't forget And don't you worry, I will place it the other details in what they call this, the description. I'll place the important details in this what they call this description, so nothing to worry. Okay, so it's I know this is the most detailed. And by the way, I'd like to inform to all viewers that this is my greatest credit in my necrological videos, greatest achievement and greatest credit, because this noted personality is what they call this controversial figure in African history. By the way, he is also what they call this a controversial figure why he was exiled in 1979. Okay, here are my answers. Here are my findings. He is the one responsible for Uganda-Tanzanian War 1978 before he was exiled in Kagera region, and he was known as the brutal reign of terror because he is responsible for the 1977 murder of Anglican Bishop Janani Luwum. He's the one. Then number three, there was an economic collapse. The one he leave all Asians. Then there was an international isolation. I'm referring to the 1976 hijack Air France into Entebbe Airport in Uganda. He is the one responsible. And actually, many things happened in June 27, 1976 incident. So the foreign terrorists, if I'm not mistaken, there are 7 terrorists killed. Then 45 Ugandan soldiers were killed. Then they rescue, although there are some hostages were killed, but not totally. Majority were saved, not all. Okay, so that's it. Then his downfall was caused by a combination of a collapsed economy, massive international condemnation, and a disastrous failed invasion of Tanzania. He did not succeed, actually. He did not succeed. Then I will remain a question to all viewers. This is the one I've been boggling in my mind. The question is this Idi Amin, was he misunderstood nationalist or a brutal dictator? Remember, history continues to debate. I will leave the answer to all viewers. Was he a misunderstood nationalist or a brutal dictator? History continues to debate. So, I already mentioned all the important details, and this is my greatest achievement in my necrological videos. This is the most controversial figure in the, for me, this is a part of world history because he is anti-Jewish and he praised Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler, we know that he is the anti-Jewish also, but this is an for me, he is known as the nickname Black Hitler. He's a Black Hitler. Imagine an African dictator, then a Black Hitler, meaning he admired Adolf Hitler. Okay, so that's it. So the most important thing that I've said is very clear and very complete details. Okay, so you can repeat this necrological video over and over again. Thank you so much to all viewers. Good afternoon.